On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Highland.
An area of elevated land or hilly terrain.
Examples:
Highland Indian, Highland agriculture. This region has a humid subtropical and highland climate.
Bartender.
A person who serves drinks, especially alcoholic beverages, at a bar.
Examples:
Professional bartender. Moonlight as a bartender. The chief bartender mixed the ingredients to create a new and exciting cocktail.
Pint.
A unit of measurement for liquid and dry substances, typically equal to 1/8 of a gallon or 16 fluid ounces, commonly used to measure beverages, such as beer or milk, as well as certain food ingredients.
Examples:
Half a pint of milk. Pint glass. He ordered a pint of beer at the pub and enjoyed it with his friends.
Pier.
A structure built on posts extending from land out into a body of water used as a landing place for boats or as a recreational area.
Examples:
Pier fishing. A landing pier. Families gathered on the head of a pier to watch the sunset and catch a glimpse of the dolphins swimming in the bay.
Plank.
A long, flat piece of wood or other material that is used for construction or as a platform, an exercise in which a person holds their body in a straight line supported by their hands and toes.
Examples:
Oak plank. Plank exercise. He was ordered to walk the plank by the pirate captain.
Storytelling.
The act or art of narrating or writing stories.
Examples:
Storytelling performance. Courtroom storytelling. She was skilled in storytelling techniques, such as using different voices for other characters.
Punchline.
The final sentence or phrase in a joke, which is intended to be funny or surprising and to bring the joke to a climax.
Examples:
Have no punchline. The final punchline. The punchline of the joke was hilarious.
Affirmation.
A statement declaring something to be true strongly.
Examples:
Self-affirmation. Statement of affirmation. The affirmation from her boss gave her the confidence she needed to move forward with her project.
Commandment.
A divine rule, especially one of the 10 Commandments, an order or law given by authority.
Examples:
Violate a commandment. A religious commandment. He was punished because he contravened a commandment of God.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Narrator:
A person who tells a story, especially in a book or film.
Examples:
First-person narrator. The narrator of the TV program. The narrator makes use of the local dialect.
Summon:
To order someone to come to or be present at a specific place such as a court, or to arrange a meeting formally.
Examples:
Summon a lawyer. Summon a city council. The chairperson was responsible for summoning committees.
Telegram:
A message sent by telegraph equals a method of long-distance transmission of messages by electrical or radio signals, typically consisting of a few words and sent at a reduced rate for urgent or brief communications.
Examples:
Telegram service. A congratulatory telegram. He sent a telegram to let his family know he was safe.
Entomb:
To place or bury a person or object in a tomb or grave, to trap or enclose someone or something within a confined space.
Examples:
Entomb a body. Entomb the pharaoh. The ancient burial site entombs the remains of long-lost civilizations.
Mausoleum:
A large tomb or memorial building housing a burial chamber, typically above ground.
Examples:
Visit a mausoleum. Marble mausoleum. The imperial mausoleum was built to honor the late king.
Butler:
A male servant in charge of serving food and drinks and taking care of household duties.
Examples:
Butler service. Household butler. The personal butler announced that dinner was ready, and the guests went to the dining room.
Embalm:
Preserve a dead body by treating it with chemicals to delay decomposition and make it suitable for display at a funeral.
Examples:
Embalm a corpse. Embalm the body. The funeral director embalmed the body to make it presentable for the wake.
Coffin:
A box or container used to bury a dead body, a case or structure resembling a coffin.
Examples:
Coffin lid. Wooden coffin. The priest prayed over the coffin before it was lowered into the ground.
Campfire:
An outdoor fire used for cooking, warmth, or light, often made by camping or in rural areas, a gathering or social event around such a fire.
Examples:
Campfire story. Roast marshmallows around the campfire. We sat around the campfire and told stories late into the night.
Pebble:
A small, smooth, rounded rock, especially one worn by the action of water.
Examples:
Drop a pebble into a pond. Pebble pathway. She picked up a pebble from the beach and put it in her pocket as a souvenir.
Slingshot.
A Y-shaped stick with an elastic band attached for shooting small stones or other projectiles.
Examples:
Slingshot projectile. Slingshot aim. The kids used a slingshot to launch small stones into the pond.
Propel.
To move, drive, or push something forward or in a particular direction, often with a lot of force.
Examples:
Propel growth. Propel the ship. An increase in employment helps propel economic growth.
Hunch.
To lean forward or arch one's back in a way that suggests a feeling of suspicion or uncertainty. To have a feeling or presentiment that something is true or likely to happen, without evidence or explicit proof.
Examples:
Hunch against the rain. Hunch up the shoulders. I hunch over my computer all day, and my back aches after a while.
Solver.
A thinker who finds an answer to a problem or a difficult situation, a piece of software or the algorithm that solves a mathematical problem.
Examples:
Puzzle solver. Linear solver. The flow solver is validated against the experiment.
Compel.
To force or require someone to do something. To exert a strong, irresistible force or pressure that makes someone act in a certain way.
Examples:
Compel a person to submission. Compel attention. The strict deadlines will compel the team to work efficiently.
Deduce.
To arrive at an answer, a conclusion, or a decision by reasoning.
Examples:
Deduce facts from the evidence. Deduce the meaning of a word. The researcher deduced the momentum of the particles from meteoritic velocities.
Deduct.
To take away an amount or part of the money, points, etc. from a total.
Examples:
Deduct the interest. Deduct $100 from the price. The bank deducted the premium amount from his bank account.
Screenwriter.
A writer who writes or creates scripts, screenplays, or stories for movies, television shows, or other visual media.
Examples:
Aspiring screenwriter. Experienced screenwriter. The movie's success was largely attributed to the screenwriter's cleverly written script.
Itch.
To have an uncomfortable feeling on the skin that makes you want to scratch it.
Examples:
Itch constantly. Itch to speak. I can't stop itching my arm because of the mosquito bite.
Godfather.
A male godparent who witnesses a child's baptism and accepts a spiritual responsibility for their upbringing. A trusted mentor or advisor who has significant influence and offers support and guidance in personal or professional matters.
Examples:
Political godfather. Be my godfather at my christening. The wealthy businessman acted as a godfather to his protege, helping him to succeed in his career.
Temperament.
A person's nature or disposition, especially as it permanently affects their behavior.
Examples:
The temperament of an engineer. A hysterical temperament. She has a calm temperament and never gets overly upset or angry.
Steer.
To control the direction or movement of a vehicle, to direct a course of action, to guide or motivate someone.
Examples:
Steer a steady course. Steer a conversation. The captain told him to steer the ship north.
Playwright.
A person who writes plays.
Examples:
Acclaimed playwright. A playwright attached to the theater. The playwright's work was praised by critics and audiences alike.
Archer.
A person who shoots with a bow and arrow, a soldier equipped with a bow and arrows.
Examples:
Archer's bow. Skilled archer. The archer's aim was so accurate he could hit a moving target without fail.
Mingle.
To mix or blend in, especially socially, to associate with others in a friendly, informal manner.
Examples:
Mingle with colleagues. Mingle with the locals. I decided to mingle with the crowd and converse with some new people.
Insightful.
Having or showing a deep understanding and perception of a situation or subject.
Examples:
Acutely insightful. Insightful analysis. His insightful comments added a new perspective to the discussion.
Instinct.
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
Instinct for self-preservation. Aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
Animate.
To make something full of interest and energy.
Examples:
Animate the body. Animate his soul. The positive attitude of the supervisor animated the discussion.
Mermaid.
A mythical sea creature with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish.
Examples:
Mermaid costume. Mermaid tale. The movie tells the enchanting tale of a young girl discovering a secret mermaid kingdom beneath the sea.
Epitome.
A person or thing that is a typical or perfect example of a particular quality or type.
Examples.
An epitome of history. World's epitome. He was the epitome of courage, always standing up for his beliefs.
Lyricist.
A person who writes lyrics or words for songs, often collaborating with a composer to create music.
Examples.
Award-winning lyricist. Aspiring lyricist. The famous musician started his career as a lyricist.
Villain.
A character in a story, movie, or play which often opposes the hero, typically characterized as immoral, evil, or cruel.
Examples.
Evil villain. Authoritarian villain. The villain in the movie was a complex character with a tragic backstory.
Rebellious.
Characterized by a tendency to rebel or resist authority or conventions, inclined to do the opposite of what is expected or customary.
Examples.
Rebellious teenager. Rebellious spirit. Her rebellious attitude often got her into trouble with the school authorities.
Contrarian.
A person who tends to oppose or reject commonly held beliefs or opinions, often for the sake of being different or creating controversy.
Examples.
Contrarian investor. Contrarian philosophy. The politician's contrarian stance on immigration has earned him a lot of supporters and detractors alike.
Conquer.
To bring under control by force or authority.
Examples.
Conquer fatal disease. Conquer the world. You must conquer your anxiety about driving.
Selfless.
Concerned more with the needs and desires of others than with one's own, unselfish, altruistic.
Examples.
Selfless act. Selfless devotion. Her selfless dedication to the community earned her a prestigious award.
Someplace.
Somewhere without specifying a particular or exact location.
Examples.
From someplace deep inside. Someplace quiet. Let's go someplace new and try something we have not done before.
Slink.
To move quietly and sneakily, especially to avoid being noticed or to do something secret or sneaky.
Examples.
Slink back home. Slink in the shadows. The thief tried to slink away unnoticed, but the security guard caught him.
Likeable.
Having qualities that make a person or thing well-liked or attractive, pleasant, friendly, or enjoyable.
Examples:
Likeable personality. A likeable character. He's a very likeable person who makes friends easily.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Depict.
To illustrate someone or something in a photograph.
Examples:
Depict a scene. Depict a feeling of isolation. His son had accurately depicted the bloom.
Veil.
A piece of fine cloth worn by women to cover or conceal the face. Verb, to cover, conceal, or obscure.
Examples:
Veil of mystery. Veil her face. He lifted her veil with both hands.
Disparate.
Very different or distinct from something else, and is not connected or comparable in any way.
Examples:
Disparate impact. Physically disparate location. The organization worked to bring together disparate groups in the community.
Thump.
To strike or hit heavily or repeatedly, often with a dull, resonating sound, to pound or beat forcefully.
Examples:
Thump on the back. Thump a blistering shot. I heard someone thump on the door, and when I opened it, no one was there.
Evoke.
To bring or recall a feeling, memory, or image into your mind.
Examples:
Evoke a sense of awe. Evoke sympathy. This movie is likely to evoke strong emotions in the viewer.
Dormant.
In a state of temporary inactivity, rest, or sleep, not growing or progressing, but capable of doing so under the right circumstances.
Examples:
Dormant volcano. Dormant account. The disease can remain dormant for years before it presents any symptoms.
Infuse.
To fill something with a particular quality, feeling, or influence, to imbue.
Examples:
Infuse with spirit. Infuse life with meaning. She infused fresh herbs into the soup for added flavor.
Pinpoint.
To locate or identify the exact position in space or time of something.
Examples:
Pinpoint the problem. Pinpoint signs of manipulation. This radar quickly pinpoints the position of the enemy.
Scar.
A mark that remains on the skin after a wound has healed.
Examples:
Burn scar. Carry a scar. Even after the wound has healed, a scar remains.
Transfusion.
The transfer of blood or blood products from one person or animal to another, often to replace blood lost due to injury or surgery.
Examples:
Red blood cell transfusion, plasma transfusion. The patient received a blood transfusion during the surgery to replenish her supply.